What happens when a city girl, aka Singaporean, goes to the Japan countryside in Takayama? Let's find out. In Singapore, our pace is very go, go, go. The whole country is basically a city. There is no real countryside or urban area or slower pace. Everything is pretty fast paced, convenient, very efficient. And if you want to go for supper, you can definitely find a supper spot in the neighborhood. Fast forward to Takayama. Arrived in Takayama and now we are walking towards the Sanmachi Suji. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a little bit rainy today. And I think the temperature is 8 degrees Celsius, so my cheeks are cold and we're all bundled up.
We
must cover by say.
Very good. We even had the beef. It's so amazing.
Okay, let's go.
Are you scared?
Maybe I put the big quick, put it.
Yeah. Oh, press the thing here and press the green button.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh! How's
Yeah.
the sake?
Good.
Strawberry.
It's slightly more. Cheers, buddy. Again, tastes different, very different from the last cup. Nice. Quite pleasant to drink.
If I had cheaper for 900.
もういけるけど自分っていう。
味を茹でよう。ありがとう。サンドどうする？ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Salty or sweet?
Hot. Nice.
Ken has been craving.
Oh my.
Oh, yum. The hotel that we stayed in, Tokyo Stay Hida Takayama, I would say I really recommend that.
Literally 2-minute walk.
And the room is really spacious, and in the room it actually has a washing machine, which is great if you're doing longer trips to Japan. And they do have onsen in the hotel. And if you're kind of shy and you don't really like doing the public onsen, you can actually book private onsens and they will give you a room slot. You do have to pay extra for it, but it's a nice add-on to have. And actually when you go for the onsen, you can look out and you can peek out into the beautiful mountains in Takayama. Plus, they also have this foot bath where you can just go there and do a foot onsen at the end of the day when you are really tired from walking around, or you just want to chill because at night, nothing much to do.
It's like a movie.
Our first night trying to find dinner, there weren't a lot of spots open. It was so dark. The roads were so dark. There was no one. We felt like there were only 2 people walking on the street towards our dinner spot. And Ken was like, if we fall down, if we had an accident, like nobody would stumble across us. Nobody would come and help us because nobody would be here. Because literally in Singapore, like every street is more or less lit up. Even our HDB, like our corridors, are lit up the whole night. It is too cold right now. What do you think this is?
I'm gonna try potato salad.
It's mentaiko potato salad.
Oh, nice, huh?
Surprise.
Surprising.
Good morning.
It's a good morning.
Takayama day 2 still so cool.
7 degrees. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think it would be that different going to another part of Japan, but I think I was really quite surprised at how much slower of a pace of life it was.
Having your home breakfast, having it prepared by the hand here. Very nice. Good morning. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Nicole, good morning.
Okay.
Oh, I come from there.
In Takayama, very early on in an evening, you feel like it's very late at night. Like 5+6, you already feel like the sun is setting and it's getting dark. But then when you look at your watch, you're like, I still have a whole night ahead of me. And as a tourist, a lot of the shops actually close really early. So a lot of the little shops start closing around like sunset. There's no like shopping mall or place that you can go to walk around at night. The supermarkets close at like 8. And yeah, the spots that are open are actually quite sparse and spread out across the whole Takayama town.
This one got history. This place.
We really got to visit a lot more of these traditional spots and historical places, and the crowd is a lot less crowded and buzzy, so you really get to enjoy and almost imagine what it was like for these people to live in houses like this, because there were not that many people. And I really appreciated being able to see like all this beautiful old architecture and the beautiful like indoor gardens that they had. Because we had a lot of time on our hands, we decided to go and visit the Hida folk village.
We kind of made it to the Hida, but it's 6:30-ish. Super dark.
Pitch black.
Pitch black.
In this part of Japan, they have this very interesting A-shaped houses that the villagers used to live in, and the Hida Folk Village is basically like a museum or a preserve site where you can go and kind of tour these A-shaped houses. Walking around in that village at night was a very interesting experience because my brain started to be like, oh my god, is this how people lived like many years ago? Is this how the people of Takayama live right now? Like, it's so dark, like there's nothing to do. What are they doing at home?
Oh, icicles.
Yeah. Larger than life. The thickness level. Deal with the cold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-layer house.
Some people just wear socks and that's good.
Okay.
You got your shoes.
You're really very unwilling to remove my shoes.
You can see that.
My brain just couldn't comprehend how quiet everything was. And when we were touring the houses, I honestly felt really creeped out by the quietness of the space and the lack of technology.
You got no computer. This is what is inside on the somewhat second floor. This can call it a maisonette.
This is the first time that I don't like wash my head.
Yeah. Whoa. Where's the what? Ceiling or what? I'm scared.
And I realized that wow, I am so used to being so plugged in. I'm so used to having like things like entertainment on a device at night that this kind of quietness is so unnerving. We stumbled across this little street, and it's like this little cluster of small stores that were open at night. We kept walking around the area because we didn't really know what to eat. We saw this pizza joint. As usual, we went on Google review, and there were only like 4 Google reviews. They were all 5 stars, but there were only 4. So we went in, we sat down, we looked at the menu, and this guy had an introduction on his front page. His pizza dough is a spinach dough. And the spinach is from his farm, a spinach farmer by day and a pizza joint owner by night. It's a very little small shop that can only fit maybe like 10 to 12 people max. He's only open from like 5:30 to 10 p.m. 3 days a week. Mind blown. Because in Singapore, I don't know if you can even break even if you only open so little hours and so little days because of just the rental of your shop in Singapore. But I would say I'm so glad that he's able to do this in Japan. We were actually really full. We're not that hungry, so we only ordered 1 pizza to share. But I think like both of us low-key regretted not ordering another pizza. We really wish we did. We really wish we did.
I believe you're having a cold coffee.
Yeah. I took very long
so
while
cold
to drink, but
It was really nice to have that breath of fresh air and just to really experience what slower pace of life is like. Yes, it was a bit of a culture shock, but I would say after a while, I enjoyed the slower pace of life. The culture shock comes again when you come back to Singapore and you're just like slapped in the face when you're there in Japan. Things are slower, they ask you to be more patient, they don't mind getting you to wait because a lot of times the store owners, they either run the store themselves, and even if they don't, they do require you to have some patience to wait for the food to come, for the drinks to come. In Singapore, we are so impatient. I don't know if we care as much about giving things the time it needs for something to be done well. A lot of the times our priorities are on productivity and efficiency and getting somewhere the fastest, and that kind of mindset kind of like bleeds into everything that we do. And it's just nice to be able to experience a culture that kind of has a different value system or kind of priority system, and you see how it unfolds in their daily lives. So yeah, I would say the difficult part was also coming back to Singapore and the pace being so much faster, and you come back to things like hacking. How can we do this faster? How can we do this cheaper? I think city folks like us, we are so used to things moving at such a fast, hustle bustle pace, high productivity, blah blah blah, that like sometimes if we do not pack our days to the max and we don't accomplish or hit all these spots, we don't feel good about ourselves. And I think even when we travel, we carry this same mindset of having to rush from one place to another, having to max out our days, and like taking things chill is almost seen as a waste of time. So full right now. We're gonna go back to the hotel and prepare for onsen. What's the motto of this trip?
Relax, enjoy.
And I think coming back from Japan or having gone to Takayama and enjoying ourselves there so much, even though at night we are kind of bored, don't really know what to do after our dinner, that we visit like Family Mart every day. Every day we visit Family Mart because that's like the only thing that is really open. We will go back to the hotel, chill, chat, soak our feet in the onsen. I think we really enjoyed this slower pace of life, and I really wish that I could bring back this slower pace of life to where I am. It's a little bit hard, I must say, and funny enough, during this trip was when the news broke of Singapore's extremely record low fertility rate. It's a little bit of a cause of concern for us to kind of reflect and look at our lives in the city, and if we need to calibrate a little bit on our pace of life, on our value system, and sometimes also to have a more realistic view that things done well takes time. So I hope you enjoyed our little Takayama trip, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!